Episode 40.
We made it.
Did it.
10 away from 50, which means mixtape, right? We're going to go to the top of the charts on iTunes, Colby?
Yeah, mixtape at 50.
I thought 100 was a mixtape and 50 was Kyle's suicide rant or something.
Oh.
I'm getting a little anxious for the mixtape.
We can let's. You know what? I think we push Kyle's suicide rant to 100 to give us a little more time before we get canned.
Before the show's taken down. Okay.
Yeah. So let's do. We'll do that. That's fine. I was actually talking to somebody 2 days ago. He is a music major in college, and he said he would mix and master the entire mixtape. And then I had another guy yesterday say, "Hey man, love the show, big fan. Tell Kyle he's bald and." Use any of these beats. And normally when you get those emails, it's like, oh, this is going to be okay. And this dude was money. They're really good beats. So thanks to that dude. I don't have his name in front of me, but I'll shout it out when I do the wrap up.
And only $1 for the whole mixtape?
Yeah, whatever the lowest price is. If it can go 49 cents, I'll do 49 cents. But I think it's $1 or 99 cents.
Right
oh my God, my internet's back. My internet literally just shot back up to where it's supposed to be as soon as we started the podcast. It's going to be a good day.
Boom.
Yeah, it's been down for 3 days. Well, it's been down, but I can use it, but it's on dial-up speed. So the carrier, like a bunch of fiber or whatever, was washed out by a river, and they had to replace it, make a pipe above this big river to run their fiber, and then they had to get whatever permission, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. But I've been on dial-up for 3 days.
Jimmy, you seem like the type of guy who would still go to the store and get those AOL CDs, right? You still got an AOL email?
AOL 95.
What is that sound? That startup sound? I saw a YouTube video not too long ago of a girl in an Uber car, and the Uber driver was the AOL, or the You Got Mail guy.
Oh, yep, I've seen that.
Yeah, he's the actual You Got Mail.
Isn't it weird to think about how far we've come in technology? When I first got on the internet, I had to give my dad a Post-it note of sites I wanted to see just because he had to map out how long we weren't going to have a phone for because we had to plug into the damn phone.
And by the way, we're 3 minutes into this. Kyle will be here in a little bit. He's running late.
And pooping.
Actually, he's taking a shit.
Yeah, he's taking a shit.
He said it a couple minutes ago. It's just start. I'll be there in a second. Got to poop.
So yeah, what are we going to talk about?
Kyle hates that fucking question.
We should just keep doing it now that he's not here. Wait, I have a question that maybe we take this off the record. Maybe we keep it on the record. But Burns, don't you have to read an ad right now, or is it not till later?
We don't have any ads today. This is an unsponsored show.
Well,
this is an ad-free episode.
Normally you start off with that. This is an ad-free show.
Yeah, with that depressed tone. It's ad-free.
Well, we can start with the. We're gonna start doing a new thing. We're gonna try and flow into more. All of us bringing in more topics to the table like we used to do. We can start with mine, which is just trigger warning. Triggered.
I want to save that for Kyle because I think.
Okay, we'll wait for Kyle.
But I wanted to. Kyle probably won't be too interested in this, but I brought it up to Jimmy, and maybe you can bring in some more famous people conspiracy theories. But Colby, have you ever heard of the Avril Lavigne conspiracy theory? A couple people have been asking us to talk about it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you can set everyone up with what it is first, but then I'll definitely jump in on that. I heard about it when I was in the hospital.
I haven't read a ton about it, so just correct me if you need to jump in. But apparently she didn't really like having a whole lot of media attention or fan attention, and so she had a body double when she was famous, and that she actually died in 2003?
I think so, yeah. That sounds right.
And that her body double has been portraying her ever since.
Yeah, so, and there's it started off with a dude's kind of joke Twitter thread, and that's what I got. I was in the hospital actually when I was reading this, and then it just kept going with more and more people providing more evidence and stuff, handwriting and the way the person stood. Everyone knew she had a body double. She took pictures with the body double and stuff because she didn't like doing a lot of the famous stuff on the red carpet. And then people started comparing the two, and it's holy shit, this is the same person. This is the body double. Where is Avril Lavigne?
I haven't read much into it.
Do you guys think it's real?
I haven't read I haven't read much into it, so I don't really know. But like most conspiracy theories, people just look for stuff that they want to see. There's a lot of confirmation bias in that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, as much as like, there's a lot of really good info on there, like handwriting and stuff, like this and that, whatever. But that's all we see. Like, there's probably so much more out there that the people didn't find and dig up. It's like a lot of the things, like they only want you to see a certain thing to make their point seem better. But that being said, from what I've seen, maybe not dead, but definitely on the side of the body double is running as Avril Lavigne, because the picture evidence alone, like someone doesn't change that much in 10 years, I would say. Like I look at, I don't know. I'm definitely more on the line of believing it though.
Maybe she's not dead, but her agents and advertisers and people who sponsor her decided the body double was better than her, and they just kept the name. That could be. That seems more likely than like a body double taking over for a dead person.
I like believing conspiracy theories. I like, regardless if I think.
Which ones do you believe in, Jimmy?
Yeah, what's the best one you think, Jimmy?
Give me your top 3 that come off the top of your head, and I'll tell you if I believe.
Chemtrails.
Nah.
Moon landing.
Yeah, I think there's some shady shit that went down with that.
Like what?
Nice, I like this.
I just think there's some shady shit.
Like what?
There's
Explain yourself, dude. Explain yourself.
Well, there was a lot of evidence that showed that they possibly didn't even land on the moon.
Dude, we put a mirror on the moon and we shine lasers off of it.
Just saying. And then supposedly that there's hidden stuff that they found up there that they weren't allowed to tell. You can't honestly sit here and think, oh, the government tells us everything, Burns. Come on.
It's a moon landing. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
no. I think that the first moon landing, I watched one of my first conspiracy theory shows or movies was actually like a Discovery one where they had 8 reasons. But again, what Burns was saying at the start of this one, they showed me 8 reasons, but they didn't show me like the 8 reasons why that could have been false as well. But like the flag moving and stuff, as a kid you're like, whoa, what the fuck, really?
Exactly.
Yeah,
do you think there are aliens in Area 51?
Colby does. I don't.
Yeah, I think there's I don't know if it's aliens, but I do think there's something that they're hiding there.
Probably like military stuff.
There's definitely something bad
was
there.
a inside job?
What?
Do you think 9/11 was an inside job?
No.
They
They probably knew more and just didn't do enough to stop it. But I don't think it was like a inside job. The thing with something like that is that you need thousands of people to be competent enough to pull that off and not have one leaker. It's just impossible.
Why do you need thousands?
To put something attack like that on that scale, to have that many people know about it and not get one leak, there's just no way. It's just impossible.
Okay. The big thing that I always bring up on that one, because there's also a lot of red flags in that, and it's really tough to talk about since so many people died, and it's so like it's real, you know, like the moon landing didn't hurt anybody. You can argue it's real or fake, and people love like the conspiracy of 9/11. The thing that always gets me with that no one ever talks about is, oh, well, it's an explosion because jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but no one ever brings up the fact that like maybe the terrorists pre-planned like bombs in those places and that's why it exploded. I never heard that brought up, and it's like, why does everyone just think it was the government? Like, the terrorists could have been smarter than we thought and pre-planned it when the plane hit, then they blew up the fucking bombs. Like,
well,
I don't know.
The only way I could see is I could see that they blew that one plane out of the sky and it didn't crash, and they just used that story as...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they just said it was heading towards the Capitol or the White House, and they just blew it out of the sky, and...
Pentagon
Are there any Alex Jones or whatever his name is conspiracies you believe?
Dude, that guy's a fucking nut job. Okay, Jimmy, do you believe that fluoride is a mind control chemical in your water?
No.
Okay. Do you believe any of the Alex Jones nut job conspiracy theories?
I couldn't even tell you what they are. I've just heard you. I don't watch him or listen to him, but I've heard you guys say some stuff in the past.
Well, he had that one conspiracy theory that backfired on him where he was using that. Did you ever hear of Pizzagate?
Was that the whole Hillary Clinton and...
Yeah, they said that there was some child sex ring in the basement of a pizza place.
Yeah.
And then some guy
I saw that.
actually went there with a assault rifle and was threatening to shoot it up. The place doesn't even have a basement.
So do you think like that dude knows? Like he sits there and he's like, "What crazy thing can I?"
Well,
do
did you hear
today?"
about
And
Alex
then
Jones?
hams
Did
it
you
up?
hear about his custody case? Okay, so he is divorced from his wife, and he has a custody case, or it's ongoing right now, with his wife for the custody of his children. And the wife's side is making the argument that he is just too insane and unhinged and just a crazy person to be able to take care of his children. And they're using his videos from his website and his conspiracy theories as evidence. And Alex Jones' lawyer had to say that he is playing a character.
Uh-oh.
He did say that?
Yeah, he said he is playing a character. It's not real.
Oh.
And that's his defense to Alex Jones can get his kids. So I could see that he figured out a way, because that website gets millions of viewers every single month.
Oh,
he's making a shitload of money off bullshit. So he could just be a huge fraud, and there's enough dumb people.
He could just claim under the banner of entertainment, like you said. It's a show. Like
yeah, but the thing is the people that
on YouTube.
watch him actually believe what he's saying.
He's going to say that's not his problem.
Nah.
But if he doesn't put somewhere, like some kind of disclaimer, whether it be in the fine print somewhere, then I think he could get in some big shit for
Well,
that.
when he had that one guy went to the pizza place with an assault rifle, isn't he complicit? Isn't he an accomplice in that crime?
Yeah, I would think so.
That's what I always come back to with like the YouTube stuff. Like obviously the pranks have really died down and everything. But at some point, one of these like fake pranks or something was going to lead to something worse. And you would think like one of these people that, you know, manipulated / influenced the terrible reaction or action would be liable to something like that. Like that would suck because you tried to copy something that was on YouTube.
I agree.
But it's real.
All right, Jamie, what other conspiracy theories are you convinced of?
Oh, man. You put me on the spot. I can't even think of them. I've definitely seen some scenarios in, like, sporting events where I think they've been fixed. I mean, I wouldn't really call those conspiracy theories.
Well, did the referee in that Sacramento Kings, LA Lakers series say
Bill
that?
Donovan, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he wrote a book.
Tim
that said-
Donaghy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, stuff like that wouldn't be really conspiracy. I'm trying to think of crazy conspiracies.
Top 10 America's craziest conspiracy theories.
What you got?
Where's the list? This is a really good one. Number 1, there's a secret group controlling the world, a.k.a. the Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that one. What do
All
you
right,
guys
let's
think
bring
about that? Because-
let's bring Kyle in quick here.
Oh, here he is.
Hey guys, Kyle here. Just did a round of golfing. I played like shit, but I still beat everybody. What's fucking new?
You're 13 minutes late, you fucking cocksucker.
Wow.
And I just shit my pants.
Jeez.
That was on video. I heard it.
You heard that?
Yeah, that was spicy.
Well,
So-
I'll be right back.
Seriously?
No.
Oh, so we're talking conspiracy theories, whether we believe them or not, and now we're on the Illuminati.
All right, so top 10, Colby, go for it.
Secret group controlling the world. This conspiracy basically says there's a secret group called the Illuminati that has been controlling the world and is looking to create a one world government. Did
I've
it
seen
end?
false.
multiple celebrity interviews saying that shit's real.
But
What's
once
his
again,
name?
it comes
Cat
back
Williams?
to... Once again, it comes back to all these people. Can you have them all be competent all at once without leaking anything?
No.
See, that's the thing I agree with there is like when they say like Beyonce and Jay-Z and stuff, it's like you guys got to realize that, I mean, this is going to sound really mean, but they're not smart people. They're musicians. They can't just like keep that shit in like you're saying,
Yeah,
Burns.
yeah, but the whole premise of the Illuminati is that they bring them in, but the whole thing is if you oust them or if you rat or anything, like, you're going to die. It's not a matter
Yeah.
of we're going to kick you out of the club. It's you're going to end up dead in a tunnel somewhere. So,
Jimmy
yeah,
believes
Burns,
in
I
this
think
shit, huh?
I'm just saying, I think Burns says that you can't get 1,000 people to be coordinated. You can if you threaten them and they feel like you could do them harm, I guess.
Someone will always
No.
rise up, dude.
But
They do. That's the thing, though. You see people come out all the time. Like Cat Williams came out and said that he's had multiple death threats and shit because he doesn't follow that line anymore or whatever. From the
But he's still alive. He's still alive.
Yeah, but they put him in jail.
I mean, so you're saying, so what, like, so the Illuminati, like, what do they control, you know? Like, I'm confused. Like, so what,
It wouldn't be they control anything now. It's their goal. Their end goal is supposedly to create a new world order which will dissolve national boundaries and people's identities while allowing for total control. They would have all the authority.
They say they control stuff. They control what gets played on the radios, what is popular, like the whole Beyonce thing. Beyonce joins them or whatever, and then they control like which ones get hit on the radio and all kinds of stuff that would be subliminal, I guess, through TV and adverts and radio.
So you're trying to say that they control like a popular Beyonce song?
Yeah. Well, what you would go buy. Let's just take fidget spinners for an example. No, fidget spinners isn't Illuminati, but let's just hypothetically say that they controlled that fidget spinners became popular for whatever reason. So they could do the same with music, and they could control what music is played. And then you're listening to the person that's doing it, and they're wearing certain clothes. So you would go buy these clothes, or you would make this popular, or this trend, so on and so forth. It's all supposed to lead back to money somehow.
Yeah. What's funny is, to go back to Alex Jones, what's funny is he says that it's there, and then President Trump himself has mentioned globalists and elites that's like the battle. So
he's an elite himself. What is he talking about?
Yeah, seriously. Should I go with a couple more? Should I go with a couple more of these now that Kyle's here?
Let's just go down the list, man. We won't talk that long about everyone like that one though.
Yeah, because this one might be quicker. Like President Obama. This is number 2. President Obama wasn't born in the U.S. and may be a secret Muslim.
That's false.
I think that one was debunked.
Yeah, it's debunked a long time ago.
Yeah, this is still number 2. This is actually a recent article. We already talked about this one, but Kyle can give his example. The attacks on 9/11 were an inside job.
I don't think. No, it wasn't an inside job.
I never heard of this one.
But I do have. But it was. What's the flight that fell in the
93?
Yeah, that was definitting shot down.
That's what I was.
That's what Burns just said. Burns said the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, I know because I don't think I'm gonna get anybody in trouble, but my brother-in-law's wife, he was in the Marines, and she was like super high up, like what's it, like the pass you get, you know, like the secret
super high clearance.
Yeah, she had like really high clearance, and she was definitely involved it was 100% fact shot down. And then they made that gay-ass movie like, oh, the passengers fought back. Hell no. Motherfucker was shot, blown out of the air. I know. Inside
job. Next one is this one I've never even heard of. Lizard people are running the world.
Next.
No, next.
JFK assassination. 51% of Americans believe that there was a conspiracy behind the assassination of JFK in a large national survey completed in 2015.
He was probably killed by the mob or the government.
I would say possibly.
Well, that's a conspiracy theory at the highest level if he was killed by the government.
I think government. I could see it. I don't know why, and I don't really have a very good history knowledge back in 1963. But I do know that there was one thing. There was like the gunman. The gunman would have to be like the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. It was like an impossible shot.
Have you ever seen his wife just scooped up his brains out the back of the car? And
have you ever seen the video of the shooting? His head basically explodes.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
I think somebody went Mission Impossible on that motherfucker. Little bomb in there.
Next one we also touched on, but we can get Kyle's opinion. Aliens are contacting us. Flying saucer supposedly found and crashed in Roswell, plus supposed links to Area 51, a top secret military base where research is carried out.
I would definitely say that extraterrestrial life is definitely trying to contact us. Hey, because want to know something? Because we're trying to contact aliens as well. And if you think we're the only one out there, then you're stupid.
Thank you.
I mean, there are definitely, like, you can't call it a fact, but it's just like a chance of probability. There are other forms of life out there. Now, doesn't particularly mean that, I mean, it would be a very, like, I mean, almost impossible for there not to be like another form of intelligent life out there. But yeah, they're looking for us. We're looking for them. Do I think we've discovered them? No. Because if you anybody that ever says like, yeah, we saw a flying saucer, like, yeah, because we fucking made up flying saucers. Like, if somebody rolls up on us, like, do you really think it's going to be in a flying saucer? Fuck no. It's going to be in like a rocket.
Don't leave our podcast now, but Ethan, Post Malone, and Filthy Frank did a podcast last week, and they had a really good take on alien life. I listened to the whole thing. It was really good. Don't leave ours
I agree
now.
with Kyle.
Give us the gist of it.
Basically, it was like, so Ethan was saying like he like agrees that there's almost like with you, Kyle, like there's something out there, and then Post Malone, who's a rapper, was actually super educated on it. He was just like going through all the things like, oh, you see it in the movies and it's all these little creatures and like Halo with the guns and stuff. He's like, there's no way that's what these motherfuckers are. Like, if they're smarter than us, they're not coming in like us. Like, they might not have 2 hands, they might have 5. Like there's no way to know. No, he didn't say flying saucer, but he's like, everything that we've said about aliens and envisioned about aliens is probably 100% wrong. Like, if they're out there, they're coming with something like not a flying saucer. Like, they're gonna have their own ship.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like particularly say that, because like it's like, so I mean, think about it this way: like when you see a deep, nasty sea creature on Earth, like, are you really surprised that it just looks super fucking crazy? You know, like, I mean, I feel like we've seen so many things on Earth that it has to be on somewhat of that spectrum. You know, like, it can't be like, it's got to be. I mean, there's been definitely all tons of stuff out there, but we have absolutely no clue. But it would just be like finding an animal way under like the deep sea that we've never knew existed, you know? So like, would you really be that fucking blown away? Like, how, you know?
Well, I mean, if they're just talking flesh, like, who says it's organic stuff out there? Or what if there's other stuff out there that's not organic?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? But I agree totally with you. If you're the person that thinks that we are the cream of the crop, we're the top of the food chain, you're dumb.
We are
thousands upon
Jimmy,
thousands upon thousands of planets, thousands of solar systems, thousands upon thousands of galaxies, and you think we're the only ones? And
Jimmy,
I know Burns is about to say
millions and
Jimmy.
trillions.
Millions, whatever.
Here comes
Billions and
Burns.
trillions.
Here comes
Jimmy,
Burns.
Jimmy. All of that was made by Jesus. And
You
he
are
loves
fucking
you.
ignorant.
You
Hey,
know I'm
Burn-
not fucking serious.
No.
Burns, what do you
Seriously,
think?
though.
Burns, what do you think the alien? Do you think that we'll have some kind of alien interaction in our lifetime?
Shit, I don't know. Maybe.
No.
I think it's like Star Trek. I think they're already out there watching us, and they think we're too incompetent, so they don't contact
We're
us.
too fucking stupid.
Yes.
They took one look at us
Yes.
and was like, no.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave them out of the alliance.
Kyle's brother-
They would definitely roll up on us. I mean, it's like some people think of like aliens, especially being like more intelligent. Like, it's still got to be somewhere on that like spectrum of realistic. You know, it's like they're not gonna. Like, honestly, it's physically impossible for them to roll up, you know, like motherships in Star Trek and Star Wars. Like, nobody's fucking rolling up on us with a whole, like, humanity on a ship. Like, that's just physically...
Yeah, physics
probably
doesn't work
physically
like that.
impossible. You know, like, we can't assume, like, these people could actually, like, alter physics, you know? It's like, that's physically fucking impossible. They'd be rolling up probably pretty similar to how we would land on a planet. A fucking pod, you know, with 5 or 6 dudes in it. Or whatever.
I don't think we can. I think what you said is right and wrong. I don't think we can assume anything. I don't think we have any fucking clue. I think we can sit here and
That's the best
speculate and
answer.
guess. Yeah, I mean, who knows? They could literally be in the form of, trying to think of something stupid, fidget spinners. Who knows? I mean,
Kyle's
that's the cool part about
brother.
it.
Kyle's brother. One night we got pretty lit up, and he was giving me this theory, and it really blew my mind. This is kind of off the topic, but it's on like aliens and stuff. He was like telling me that there's this theory this guy has, and you guys might have heard this, but everything that like we're living right now is like a guy watching us in a simulator. Like, it's
Well,
a
that's the
simulation.
Men in Black. That's the Men in Black theory, where at the end he opens the locker, or the one where we're just like pets. and it's like we're on a huge planet, but we're just in like a fishbowl.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
some guys like, ooh, I want to create this, and like, oh, I want to create chaos. What should I do? Let's elect a reality TV star as president in this place. Oh, I got to go back over to this world real quick. I got a battle between this person and this person. Oh, I got to go back to the U.S. and fix that.
Put it
up.
in perspective like this: we're the Sims, and somebody's playing us.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, and it really made me think. Like, that is crazy to even think about.
Crazy.
Yeah, I always think of this, even though I know it's like pretty unrealistic. But so I always so say you're going to like light a lighter or something with like flint, you know, and you're making a spark. Like, what if you literally just like from that spark, like you literally just like created a solar system, and just like that, it was gone, you know, like, but the people living in that solar system are living, you know, 80 years in that little solar system, you know, but it just happens so quick, and we just don't really realize like how fast shit is going around us, you know, like we're just in our own like time slot. You ever think like
now
that?
my fucking head hurts now.
What if you just one little spark just created like a fucking solar system and you never even knew it?
Or like
Holy
every
shit,
time
we're going so deep.
dude, or every time
Every time I see a spark, I'm like, that could have been a fucking solar system. And
every time you sneeze, you create a new colony in a solar system, and then my colony goes and has to go against other colonies of people who are sneezing.
and then
Every time you nut, there's a new universe.
yeah.
There's a lot of universes out there.
But Colby, I had a question for you
Okay, hit me.
about
great.
the simulated universe. If you
Yeah.
discovered 100% factual that you were in a simulated universe, what would it matter?
Wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. There's nothing you can do about it. So it's
No,
kind of
that's-
pointless to even think about it.
No, that's a very good point. I'd never have heard the simulator thing until I was talking with Aaron. I was just like, dude, he had like facts and stuff. I'm like, this hurts my head, man. Not as much as that freaking lighter thing hurts my head. Holy shit, man.
All right, to get off aliens into more AI, Jimmy, how about these real-life RoboCops?
Yeah, Dubai is working on. They're going to have a robotic police force, and they just put out or showed their first actual RoboCop. And this thing's got like an iPad built into its chest, where you can report crimes, or if the robot walks up to you and gives you a parking ticket, you can pay the ticket on his chest. And all I see is people just fucking with these things.
Yeah, I'm calling just complete waste of time bullshit until it can actually think for itself. Because
that's what we want to talk about.
It's more like a traffic thing, right?
Yeah, it looks like it. But that's what I wanted to kind of engage you guys with and see what you thought. So let's say it gets to a point where they can think for themselves and they're like RoboCop. Then what happens when one like uses too much force, or I mean something? We get to that whole iRobot phase of the world and stuff. Which
Well, they're gonna
that's
figure
not
out
that's not out of the realm of thinking.
they're gonna figure out that they're police officers slaves, and they're gonna decide that the humans
They're gonna revolt, and then
have
we got
no
Skynet.
use.
Yep.
Have no use for them, and we're fucked.
I think I honestly, and I'm not the only one. Stephen Hawking, the dude in the wheelchair, one of the smartest dude in the world, says that there's a good chance that we get to the point where we mess with AI so much that AI revolts back, just like you see in all those old movies and shit.
Well, yeah, if it can learn and it is self-aware, I could see that.
Well, self-aware and have its own consciousness. Yeah. That's scary.
Hey, speaking of dumb fucks, I rolled up on a motorcycle crash this weekend.
That's not. That's
Tell us
on
the story.
First on the scene, huh?
What'd you do?
Well, the thing is, it wasn't a bad one. So I'm coming around the corner. I was going to go cruise by my old house, and one of my neighbors or something wanted me to play softball with him, but I didn't have his number, so I was going to stop by. And I come around this corner, and I just see a crotch rocket kind of on the side of the road and on the shoulder, with the flasher lights on. I'm like, that's fucking weird. And something had just happened. And then across the road, coming down from a cul-de-sac, a fucking younger dude, probably like 25. And I saw he had a helmet on, so I'm like, oh, okay, that was the fucking guy. And I also noticed that this really smart individual was wearing tank tops and fucking shorts. And so I couldn't really see anything for what was going on, and he walked up to the bike and started trying to lift it up because it literally must have just happened. And so he said he didn't need help, but he couldn't lift up the bike, so I had the boys in the car, and I parked on the shoulder, and I walked up, and I noticed lots of like blood on the gas tank. I'm like, oh shit! And then I looked at his shoulder, and oh my god, his whole shoulder was just not like holy shit, you need to get to the hospital now, but just like your typical, like what do they call it? Road rash? Yeah, typical road rash down his shoulders. And then he looks at his hand, and his hands were just basically like scalped. So he like slid on his hands, and then he's kind of panicking and stuff. I'm like, dude, you want like? It didn't seem like he needed like an ambulance or anything, but I didn't know. I'm like, hey, I can get you an ambulance. He's like, I can't afford that shit. Like he kind of had an accent, little wigger guy, and he's like, I can't afford that. And I'm like, all right, man. And I was like, well, what do you want to do then? Like, he's like, we need to get this bike out of here. And I'm like.
His bike is stolen.
Well, I'm like, holy shit. He's like, it's my buddy's bike. And I'm like, oh no, like your buddy just let you roll out with this crotch rocket. I couldn't really tell what he was doing, but he must have just came out of this neighborhood. And he's like, I was like, okay, well, what do you want to do, dude? And he's like, get my phone out of my pocket. I'm gonna call my mom. I'm like, all right. And so he just hands me the phone, and I turn it on, and it had like a lock key on it. So I'm like, what's your lock? They're like, what's the code? He's like, dude, just go to Siri. I'm like, he's like getting irritated at me. I'm like, all right. So
you should have just dropped it on the ground. Said, fuck you, man.
Yeah. Well, I got blood on my shorts and my hands from picking up his bike because he had blood on his hands and grabbed his handlebars.
Transmitted diseases.
And fucking dog. And so he ends up, his mom answers, and he's like, Mom, I wrecked the bike. And she's like, no, like just started freaking out and shit. I'm like, oh my God, this is getting way too like awkward and like dramatic. And so we just moved his bike into this guy's yard behind the fence just so he wouldn't, like the police or anything wouldn't get involved. And then I went and washed my hands with all the blood. And then his fucking buddy rolls up, and his buddy looked like he was just going to kill somebody. And I'm like, there's about to be a fucking like a shootout or something here.
Did you have your phone ready? Were you gonna record?
No, I wish I would have recorded I wish I would have like recorded the dude's hands and stuff, because it was just like it just went down like a cheese grater, Just
I've got one really quick, just like that. Happened last year, right down the road. We pull up. We're not the first, but we're like the second or third, and it's a husband and wife in a Jeep Cherokee. And they came around the corner and they flipped, and it flipped into a fence, and the car's upside down. The husband gets out. The wife is in the car, and she has the metal fence post through her.
Ooh.
Like
what?
Yeah,
Ooh.
It's through her. So she's alive.
Through her where?
Like through underneath her ribs, like straight through her, like a fence post, metal round fence post is through her. She's pinned under the car, and this thing has gone all the way through her.
Yeah.
So the husband, he's freaking out, obviously. I mean, he doesn't know what to do. There's glass everywhere and stuff. Ashley gives a nurse that shows up barefoot. She was at the beach. Ashley gives her shoes so she can go get closer and get in there and help. They can't move the girl because apparently the fence post is like, if they pulled her out, I guess she bleeds to death or whatever. I guess it was like lodged in there. So they had to get the jaws of life out there, and they had to take her in the ambulance. They had to cut the fence post, but she went to the hospital with the fence post in her, and then they had to do surgery. She's alive. Ashley talks to her on Facebook and stuff now, but
Seriously?
It was gnarly. It was
Dude,
gnarly,
that's
man.
insane.
And I felt so bad for the husband.
Story.
Yeah, well, I felt so bad for the husband because he's literally like panicking. He can't do anything,
Dude, you know
And
how like lucky that has to be not to pierce something in your
dude,
stomach?
It was gnarly. It was crazy stuff.
That's
all right. That makes me sick to my stomach. Let's talk about getting triggered, and I want Kyle's opinion on this because Kyle walks the line. Kyle has probably in his life said some jokes that went too far. So the whole bombing last night, everybody knows about it. We're not going to talk about it in depth, but there was a dude on Twitter by the name of David Levitt. He's a gaming journalist, writer,
live streamer,
comic, whatever. he tweets out something along the lines of
Or I'll read it
making
exactly.
Yeah, read the tweet real quick.
I bet you if I type it in, it'll come up. David Levitt. Yep, here it is. He was trending.
Yeah, of course he was.
He deleted the tweet, but the internet should still have it.
Yeah, it's loading right now. All right, he said
What a pussy.
it says multiple confirmed fatalities at Manchester Arena. The last time I listened to Ariana Grande, I almost died too.
Okay, so so I instantly tagged it and told everybody I knew to report him because it pissed me off. And it's the whole debate of should you get triggered for something or not. And my opinion is he instantly made fun of kids that died to make a joke. And I don't agree with it. So I want to know what you guys think.
I mean, I feel like it all depends on like does he looks like he works for he writes for CBS and Yahoo and some other pretty high up corporations. Yeah, that's fucked up. But
what's off limits to you is what I guess I'm asking.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's off limits because at what point is something, people make jokes about, nuking Japan,
Okay.
I mean, that killed a lot more people and fucked a lot more things up. But the timing probably is why it was so sensitive.
He did it as soon as he saw it trending.
Yeah, the timing of it is definitely fucked up. He looks like a complete fucking tool. So
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't. I'm also a different breed. Like, it would really take a lot to get me to, But if it was one of my kids or something that died in that shit, I would be going fucking crazy. But that's a whole different perspective. But yeah, it's timing and shit has a lot to do with jokes like that, and that was terrible timing. That's like trying to get popular off of he's obviously trying to get the retweets and stuff like that and getting the trending stuff, which he did. So yeah, terrible timing.
He did the typical PR cleanup. Donate to the Red Cross, everyone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy though in situations like that. I'm a thinker. So the first thing I do is I can't help it. I put the thought process what if that had been one of my kids went to the concert? That's how I am. So I automatically hits the heartstrings more, I guess, and get triggered. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a true piece of shit. I mean, Ariana Grande's demographic is pretty young, so that's young teenagers.
Well, they
and kids.
were kids that died. I mean, they're showing a thing about a homeless guy that was outside.
Not that their deaths are any more
No, I
important
understand.
than anyone else's death, but still.
But
yeah.
I mean, there was a homeless guy that rushed in there, and he said that there was kids in there, and they were pulling nails out of kids' faces and stuff. I mean, just crazy shit.
Yeah, I saw somebody cause I have a Facebook, an actual it's a personal page. It's not a Facebook fan page, but I let fans follow me on stuff. It's separate. So I get some wild ass shit in my feed. Like you actually get people on my personal Facebook feed. It's pretty clean. It's people I've known forever in high school and stuff. But this one is all 5,000 fans and people were sharing somebody went back to their home and had feces that had blown up on them and girl had blood in her hair and chunks of flesh on her clothes. It was fucked up.
Yeah. All right. I was just wondering what you guys Colby, your thoughts?
Mine is just there's definitely a line of people who there's a time to get triggered at people and there's a time to maybe keep off the gas and just pump the brakes and not do it, and the timing of that was just uncalled for. Then you can't a comedian wouldn't make that joke for a reason. I saw a thing the other day. You guys know Sinbad, popular comedian back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He went off because he was at a bar in a airport, and the airport had a bunch of drinks named after comedians, and there's one for him, whatever, that was cinnamon something. Dave Chappelle had one. They had one called the Pill Cosby, and it was a red drink. It was a red drink that came with 3 sugar capsules that were on the top of it, that would melt into your drink. And he's like, I'm a comedian and I wouldn't make like this joke, especially in like a public area where people are coming like over and over and over again. So like there's definitely a line. Like obviously don't like go picket this place and go get triggered over that, but like there's just people just don't really have a chill button anymore in my opinion.
No, you're right. I'll also say that I'm one to get triggered off of like when kids and stuff, but I'll also agree that the internet's hypersensitive way too much on a lot of stuff.
I mean, it kind of gets me sometimes. It's like, all right, well, I like laughing at inappropriate jokes, you know, and like, but it's like where, like, it's kind of like, who am I to decide, like, what the line is, you know? If I'm going to laugh at a fucking Hiroshima joke, like, I can't, like, this dude making this joke is like, okay, yeah, it's a little uncalled for, dude, but, I mean, the dude said it. He has nothing at all to do with it. Like, he's a fucking asshole, but it's like, what are people going to do, you know? I mean, unless, like, if he hurts his, like, job status and stuff like that, then fuck it, that's on him. But it's like, I'm not going to, like, go out of my way and try and, like, you know.
Yeah, but somebody say there's crazy people, dude. Somebody will see this dude walking and
No, I'm saying that's me. I mean, there are other people out there, but then at the same time, it's like he said some words. He's obviously a fucking douchebag. Like, it is what it is, you know. Just, I mean, you're not going to remember him in 2 days, so it's just like, who cares?
I think comedians can probably get away with a lot more stuff than the everyday person. Because if you go to a comedy show, you know that they're going to say some offensive shit that's okay to laugh at.
Yeah, that was like
at
the thing
a comedy show.
Like Chappelle had to backpedal a little bit, and he's like, wait a second, like, I'm not really mad I made these jokes. You guys have just become hypersensitive with the times. Like, I made a rape joke. It was funny back then. It's still funny now.
It's been a serious episode.
Rape is funny.
Yeah.
Context.
Yeah, so what's up? What do you got going on, Burns?
I was looking at Reddit today, looking for some topics, and Ask Reddit had a good one in there today. It said, what are some dirty secrets you have seen at bachelorette or bachelor parties? And I thought we could talk about any of the craziest bachelor parties we've been to, or you can talk about your own. But there was a really funny one in here that some guy wrote, where he went to a bachelor party and learned that the groom and one of the groomsmen were actually gay lovers.
What?
Yeah, they
No way.
one last fuck in the bathroom before the wedding.
Oh,
I guess like in front of everyone they confess their love to each other.
that's
Like
like
my dog shit upstairs.
You smell
I
it?
smell shit. Yeah, I can smell it from down here. Oh, that's fucking awful.
Dog shit?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
But our dog, Dexy, and what's really bad, this is going to suck because she's not fixed. So she has a dog period. So she's running around with a diaper up there. So she probably shit in the diaper. Oh,
gross.
Did you try to breed your dog or what?
Why would that?
No, dogs have periods, dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not
did
if
you
they're
know
fixed.
that straight men comprise more than half of the audience for online transgender porn?
Wow.
How would you say
Not know
half?
that. Spit some more facts at us.
Well, a meta-study of 1 billion online searches for porn concluded that transgender porn is the 4th most popular form of porn on Earth, and straight men are the primary consumers of it. There may be actually less transphobia out there than you think there is. Well, is it somebody that's intentionally looking at transsexual porn or transgender porn would be my question. Because I've been on Craigslist prank calling hookers, and I pop up on somebody like, holy shit, she's fucking smoking. And then you scroll down and it says tranny. So, hey, whatever. Maybe they don't know.
Did you know that the population that consumes the most pornography in the United States is Mormons in Utah?
Yep, Utah.
Really?
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah.
Huge
They try
problem
to.
porn.
They've had like a couple of lawmakers that are Mormon because they pretty much run the town. They pretty much run that state, don't they, Colby?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So they have had like lawmakers try to make watching pornography a porn, but they consume the most pornography of anyone in the United States.
Wow. Did you know that shaving your pubes makes you more likely to spread a sexually transmitted infection? Huh.
Spread or get?
to actually spread and get. Same difference.
Oh my god, this fucking smells.
Well, that's not good.
And they actually use a hockey goalie reference, since pubic hair acts as sort of a hockey goalie, which I don't know if I quite understand that.
I'll be
It's
back.
not like if
I
you
think
get-
she may have shit on herself.
Because it's not like if you get a girl's little sour milk on your balls, like you're getting it on your dick anyway. So I don't get that.
Any
I've
other
always
interesting
wondered-
facts you'd like to?
I've always wondered the science behind catching like an STD when you really like is it just
Just like how you'd catch the flu, probably.
is it just
Well,
like
not-
floating in her, and then like when you float in her, and then her floatingness gets on your floatingness, and now it's floating in you?
I mean, it depends on what disease it is, but I feel like for dudes, it's not like if she touches your dick with chlamydia, like you're fucked. Like I think like the juices actually have to get around your penis hole and
So
up
then-
in there.
So then pubic hair is not stopping anything.
Well, that's what I was kind of
That's fake
curious
news.
about. But I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not a scientist. I got a good funny thing I read the other day. It said IDK why men go to bars to meet women. They should go to Target. The female to male ratio is 10-1, and they're always looking for things they don't need. I thought that was funny. I screenshot that.
Well, sex toys. I'm not sure about this. I wonder if they still are. Sex toys are banned in Alabama and Mississippi. Is this true?
Sounds like something the Dirty South would do.
Yeah, that seems a little funky.
They like to repress their sexual feelings.
Gay men have bigger penises than straight men.
What?
Wait, what? Hold on.
That doesn't make any
what
sense.
What the fuck? Gay men have bigger penises than straight men, although straight men tend to have bigger dicks. Is a dick just a hard dick? Like hard? What? This fucking... What is this? This is not a .org. Is penis and dick the same thing?
Yeah. I think you're on some nonsense website, Kyle.
Yeah, well, this next fact, the bigger his balls, the more likely he is to cheat. What? If your man has huge testes, the only sane thing to do is get a GPS... No, track...
I
Okay.
think on like a joke site.
I'm on
can't find the
thoughtcatalog.com.
Have you guys ever noticed that the people that are the most anti-gay actually end up being gay themselves? You ever seen that?
Did you know that educated white women have more anal sex than any other group?
Dang.
Where are you
Fat
getting
men
this
have
information?
more sexual endurance than thin men.
It smells like she took a shit under my computer desk.
Where?
I can't find it.
Are you sure it's not Kyle's just seeping through your microphone?
Ah. I'm gonna get sick. It's disgusting.
Wait,
All right,
you
this
went,
side is fucking bullshit.
wait, you went up there, Jimmy, and it wasn't poop?
No, I can't find it.
This side is bullshit. Okay, read these next two facts. All right, straight men search for images of penises online almost as much as they do vaginas. Yeah,
What?
and then okay, this is how I know it's bullshit. Listen to this fact they have on here. What the fuck am I reading? 1 out of every 10 European babies is conceived on an IKEA bed.
Huh.
Who even does the research on that?
Bullshit.
They're just making shit up. So they can
1
write
out
a
of
column
every
about it.
10 an IKEA bed.
That's the new moneymaker, Kyle. That's the new moneymaker. Let's make a website where we just do top 10 things, craziest facts, and just make shit up.
Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be really fun.
Let's
It's
do
actually
it.
it's actually a really good idea too.
I
And
think
just
we've
on
had
the
that idea before.
on the bottom, just be like, none of this shit is real.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's
We'll
no way
coordinate
1 out
next
of
week.
every 10 babies in Europe are fucking made at IKEA.
All right,
How
hold
the
on, let's-
fuck would
hold
that
on, hold
make
on.
sense?
Hold on, keep on that for a second. You said in Europe.
Yeah.
How I'm googling something. How many babies
Dude, it's bullshit. It's got to be
Born.
bullshit.
in Europe 2016?
It's fucking bullshit.
Sorry, it's loading. It's a .eu, so it's taking forever. All right. Main statistic finding that
You all right over there,
Poor
dude?
Jimmy.
Dude, it smells horrible.
All right, 5.5 million children were born in Europe in 2008. And then 5.1 were born in 2013. 2014 and 15 were around the same. So you're saying no one, IKEA doesn't sell that many beds. There's no way.
Oh,
Burns, do you have
hold
life
on.
advice?
Hold on, I was looking at
I
it
do,
like
but
they actually.
we're having too much fun right now. So
I was like, they fucking rolled up in IKEA and fucked, like in IKEA.
Oh, you thought, okay. But still, you forgot they could take the mattress home.
I mean, okay, I got it now. I was like, no fucking way. Like they didn't just roll up to IKEA and fuck on the bed while everybody. I was okay. I was like, there's no. This is fucking stupid. But okay, that makes more sense. They bought the bed at IKEA and took it home, then fucked on it.
That's still a lot of bed sales, though. Classic
Yeah.
IKEA. IKEA's must be killing it there.
Yeah.
I wonder if they use that as a selling point. Like, that should be IKEA's new point in Europe. Like, 1 in 10 babies are consumed on this mattress. Get this if you want to get pregnant.
I was just. They must have just a huge issue, like just homeless people fucking on the beds in IKEA. Like, what is going on?
I was wondering why you were so concerned at the stat.
Well, yeah, they worded that shit wrong just to fuck me up.
or your
Hey,
written
faggot,
comprehension
you
is
find
just
that
terrible.
shit yet?
No, let's get life advice so we can get done with this. I gotta
Dude,
get out of here.
We got 22 minutes. Oh, no,
No, we don't. We've got like 9.
Hey,
Kyle, you came in a bit late,
Woo.
so
I forgot that.
Shit's making me sweat. It's like she did it under my computer, but I can't find it. It's really bad.
So you went
seriously, Jimmy,
you
you
went up
live
in-
in a enormous home, and
know.
you're telling me this shit is just finding its way to you.
Yeah, it is, and I can't find it. Usually,
Dude,
she can
what
take
if
a dump
you
upstairs,
shit your
and I can.
pants?
I checked my shoes. I checked everything.
See, I'm to the
You
point
check-
with Burns.
Jimmy,
I'm with
did
Burns
you
here.
did you check yourself though?
Yeah, I didn't shit.
I'm with Burns. You live in a pretty
It's
big
tripping
house.
me out because it's really strong. Like it's like
Is
I'm
there a
sitting
vent
on
over
it,
your
but
head?
It's not me. I promise.
Do you have shoes or anything near you?
I checked. I've got flip flops on it. I checked that. It's not that. Sometimes she'll shit upstairs and I can smell it down here. So I went up
Why
there.
is your
but there's
dog
nothing up
always shitting up? Like, let your dog shit outside.
there. I do.
Hey, is there
You
a
talk
vent?
about it like, shit again. I'll be back.
Is there vents close to you? Maybe she took a dump on a vent and it's just seeping in. That's a
I don't
great
know.
prank.
Come on, life advice. I'll figure it out when we're done.
Hey,
we'll
no,
have a
we can go
couple-
off the script, man. Come on. We keep feeding people just the same thing, different version every day. We got to talk about this shit. We got to find the shit.
No life advice today.
Find the shit.
I can't find the shit. It's tripping me out.
That'd be so
that's a
funny
great-
if you just you shit your own pants and didn't know
I
it.
didn't shit my pants.
Dude, you know what a savage prank I just thought of would be? Like to someone you don't like. You go to their house with poop and you go find some vent, like a central location, like where you know it will blow through their whole house. You open up the vent and drop the shit in there. So for days, that stuff will just seep through every time the AC or heat turns on. You'll be like, it smells like shit again, but they'll never be able to find the shit. But
Have
you
I-
put the
Dude, I
shit
can't
in there.
remember the story, but there used to be I can't remember even who fucking told it, but
God, it stinks.
somebody in somebody's house puked in the floor vent, and
Oh.
the people in the house never could figure out why their whole house smelled like puke.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You could
Hey,
do it
have I
with,
ever told you my vacation shit story?
No,
we had to pull
You
off the
told,
highway.
you told a couple shit stories where you shit your pants on multiple occasions, but
Yeah. There's 2 I can name. There's one you turned off the road. And there's another one.
Yeah. We went to Florida last year, and that one, I shit behind the car at 4 a.m. while it was raining, and then I grabbed one of Ashley's shirts to wipe my ass.
like while she was wearing it.
No. So we had an Escalade at the time. All the kids, we're talking full family vacation, like National Lampoon's Vacation.
All 19 of them.
Yeah. So we stop off on a gravel road. It's raining. I go and have this diarrhea shit right behind the Escalade, and I don't have anything to wipe. So I open up the back hatch and I'm freaking out, and I grab whatever, and it was one of her shirts. I wipe my ass with it.
hey, we got an update from one of our life advice from either last episode or the episode before. If you guys remember the Snapchat guy. where the
Yeah.
girls were where he has his sister got propositioned or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so this creep ended up getting expelled from school 2 days after he said. No, the guy, the Snapchat creep, the creep guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got expelled from school, and a bunch of the girls reported him to the school police officer. I guess they have a police officer in their school. And apparently when the kid turns 18, he will be registered as a sex offender.
Good job, idiot.
Hell yeah.
He better just not make it to 18, if you know what I mean.
There's probably something about your computer's about to burn up and it smells like shit.
Dude, Jimmy, we are on an entirely different topic. Just mute your mic, dude. No one gives a shit, all right? Yeah, your house smells like shit. We get it, all right?
No one gives a shit, but Jimmy gives a shit about the shit.
What if you're just breathing off of your mic and you just got some nasty...
Dude, it's so bad.
Oh.
It is so bad. And it's like, it's right around here.
We're just going to title this episode, It Smells Like Shit.
Yep, that's it. So that's great news from that dude, and I really I hope he used one of our strategies to push his sister into getting his ass expelled.
We're saving lives over here, man.
Yes,
Hey, while you're
Saving lives.
are you pulling up another one, Burns? Because I have a really quick story from I was watching Catfish the other day, the show on MTV,
Yeah,
and
go for it. Tell the story.
they were telling the story about the Chris Birdman when he got in trouble for child porn and stuff, you know. And this could actually be a topic for another episode, but like how quick your life can get ruined because of like the media, not just the internet, just like the media. So when he got in trouble, they were like, oh, they seized his computer for child porn. So what's the first thing you think of when you hear a professional basketball player computer seized for porn? 13-year-old like child shit, right? Like gross. What had happened was he was talking to a girl in one place. He's in Colorado. There was someone in between them who was catfishing both of them. The girl was in Canada, and she would like relay the messages back and forth. The girl was only 17, sending nudes to this person, and then Chris Anderson like would get them from that person. The person in the middle posted them online, and Chris Anderson they thought it was Chris Anderson, so he got like his name just dragged through the mud as like for possessing child porn and stuff, when it was someone else posting it as him, and he never really got his name cleared. Like, that was the first time I've heard of it, and I'm a huge NBA fan. That's crazy.
Wow, that is fucking nuts.
That's just, and he had to get like, he was a sex offender.
Jesus Christ, Kyle.
You just created a galaxy.
You all right?
Somebody just lived thousands of years and we didn't even know. I mean, the sneeze thing doesn't particularly make sense, Colby. The spark does, but whatever.
Invisible shit.
Jimmy, you're just having a bad day over there, man.
It's really got me fucked up in the head because I cannot find it. I'm like sniffing my pants and shit, making sure I didn't shit myself now. Anyway.
There's no way the next episode doesn't start with a follow-up to where was the shit, Jimmy?
Yeah, we're going to need a follow-up on this story.
Yeah, I gotta go find it.
Let's do something crazy next episode.
Like what?
Hey, you guys want to get drunk on the next show?
Sure.
Sure.
I'd be down.
Let's do it.
Only if we do it on live cams.
Me and Colby will do live cams at our house.
Woo!
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah, episode 41.
What are you guys gonna? Hold on. What are you guys gonna drink?
Tito's.
Tito's.
I've got Stella. I got a bunch
Oh wait,
of like a 12-pack of Stella.
aren't we recording that episode Friday? I don't know if I should get drunk before I tow my fucking 45-foot trailer.
That's true.
Maybe we do it Thursday.
Well, no, then yeah, when we record next Monday.
So next Wednesday will be.
Wait,
live
Monday's fucking Memorial Day. So we'll record it Tuesday.
cam. Okay. So next Wednesday's episode will be live cam.
And
With
since
alcohol.
Birds doesn't drink, bring the meth.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Is that our only
That's
life
it.
advice?
That's it. We're done. Wrap it up, Colby. I gotta go.
Shout out Big Daddy Vlad's. I think he thought I forgot. I don't forget shit, man. But speaking of shit, I got a shitty story for you. It happened today on the podcast, and it's real shitty. Jimmy knows. Jimmy shit his pants, I think this shit's intentional. Got a problem with some gas, I think that shit's intestinal. Holding in the farts, guys, I think we got a wet one. Sliding down his leg to his balls like David Beckham. The smelling from his rectum on the show, it really wrecked him. Don't ask if he stepped in shit, he already checked him. Someone dropped a cow pie in his vent, just blame the president. The president of feces got manure, deodorant, fertilizing carpet. Man, I think we need to mop more. Dropping dookies in your top drawer, that's what the cat's for. Yeah, this is actually not like a diss track on Jimmy. It just kind of happened today, and I want to show you guys that if you put 20 minutes of thought into rap, you can do anything. Like, literally, I just made a song that was 55 seconds before I started talking here about nonsense. And that 55 seconds was filled with rap about shit, literally. And I love it, and I love this game, and I love that I get to do it every episode, on the episode, every hour, here on MTV. Well, yeah. Mixtape on number 50.
I think you shit yourself.
I didn't shit myself.
Jimmy, are you positive?
I'm 100% positive.
Like, you need to do a science experiment, Jimmy. Go take a shower and then dry yourself off and then see if it's still
the cat,
there.
like, opened up one of my drawers and shit in it.
You keep blaming it on all your animals, dude.
Stop projecting your
Thanks for
inability
listening to the podcast. Be sure to leave us a gold star rating, whatever. Thingamabobber.
Leave Jimmy a shitty review.
Everyone listening to this right now,
Hey, we
leave
should
Jimmy a
laugh
comment.
out. We should laugh out before every wrap up, so we all just
Ready?
are doing our fake laugh.
On 3.
2. See ya.
Goodbye.
Gay.